Hi, it's Mike Stiles, and this is This Week in the Metaverse, your weekly newscast that keeps you up to date on everything that isn't real and yet is. It's August 29th. Let's find out what's going on. If you want to know how successful the Metaverse is shaping up to be, you can always follow the money. Venture capitalists pumped $14.8 billion into blockchain technology in 2021. That's a 600% increase over how much they added up in 2020, according to global data. Most of that went to North America, then Latin America, then Europe. But was that all about the Metaverse? Maybe not. Investors are counting on blockchain getting integrated into companies' IT solutions, with banking and payments being the biggest hope. As for where money isn't going, remember when Matt Damon was trying to get you to buy into crypto during the Super Bowl? Well, not nearly as much money is going to crypto marketing these days. Why would it with crypto in such a funk? In February, during that Super Bowl period, $84.5 million was spent on crypto marketing. In July, overall spending on crypto ads in the U.S. was a mere $36,000. The chief of Meta's virtual reality social platform Horizon, which is their main gateway for people to get into the Metaverse, is leaving. The guy formerly known as Meta Vice President Vivek Sharma was responsible for developing the environment and user experience for those who strapped on those VR headsets and went looking for some fake reality. His team created Horizon Worlds and Horizon Venues, which is focused on virtual events. Sharma walking out the door was coincidentally, or maybe not, immediately after the company and product got a thorough round of mocking on the internet for just how bad the environment and Mark Zuckerberg's avatar looked. Sharma had been with Meta more than 5 years, and there's no word on where he's going or what he's going to do next. Probably safe to say Mark's avatar is not in his portfolio, though. How much of Bitcoin trading volume do you think is fake? Well, if you said about half, you win a cookie. One you can eat, not one that tracks you in your computer. Half is a lot. Bitcoin is still the main digital asset, makes up about 40% of the $1 trillion global market capitalization of all digital assets. But what makes 51% of the trading fake is something called wash trading. That sounds like some sick thing in which a neighbor says, "Hey, you guys launder our underwear and we'll do yours." But it's not. It's a way to generate phony crypto trade volume. And this investigation that came to the 51% number looked at 157 crypto exchanges. Forbes estimates the daily Bitcoin volume reached $128 billion in June 2022, and that's about half of what was self-reported by numerous sources. The U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission defines wash trading as entering into or purporting to enter into transactions to give the appearance purchases and sales have been made without incurring market risk or changing the trader's market position. These exchanges operate with little to no regulatory monitoring, so they're saying, just trust what we say. Will NFTs make it as a thing? A new report from Juniper Research says that depends on whether or not the Metaverse makes it. The firm analyzed what the NFT market could do over the next 5 years and found global transactions will go from 24 million in 2022 to almost 40 million by 2027. But for that to happen, there has to be a catalyst. And the main one is NFTs being widely adopted for Metaverse use cases. The projection is Metaverse-related NFTs will go from 600,000 transactions this year to 9.8 million by 2027. Why such rosy projections? It's because brands have already adopted the technology, and research shows consumers want their digital assets to have value beyond the monetary. Ripple did a report too and learned most of the interest in NFTs is music-related. There's money to be made in music. Just ask Lizzo. However, Juniper advises us to act wisely because there's also a lot of NFT scams, most involving the security of NFTs and crypto wallets and pump-and-dump schemes. Nothing will work unless the kids are into it. So are they into the Metaverse? Do they see any money-making or side hustle opportunities in the Metaverse they're racing to take advantage of? Nah. As of right now, most Gen Z types have not adopted the Metaverse anywhere into their lives. Is it because they aren't interested? Maybe not. There are financial barriers like buying the gear and educational barriers like not totally understanding crypto and NFTs. Gen Z doesn't like learning curves. They want things they can do right away under their weighted body pillows with their coffee and cats. And some are actually pumping their flippers on diving in because they wonder how this might affect their mental health. Not because the metaverse might be bad, but because it might be too freaking good. Escaping reality could become highly addictive to those who don't much like reality. Oh, one other reason they might not be getting into the metaverse is they don't like having vertigo and throwing up like it's 4 a.m. the first day of sorority rush. Even for those who don't typically get motion sickness, the latency of eye tracking and lagging processing and graphics in virtual reality can be disorienting enough that it takes the fun out of it. But Hamish Hector at Tech Radar tells us the people behind the movement system Hyperjump think they've got it figured out. Most games rely on either teleportation movement, which pops you around in a jerky way, or smooth movement, which moves you around with control sticks like traditional video games. Hyperjump blends these two so there aren't as many competing signals going from your eyes and inner ear to your confused brain, which works it all out by telling you to vomit. Hyperjump uses various tricks like forcing you to tilt your body in the direction you want to go and auto-switching from smooth to teleportation movement when you hit motion sickness-inducing speeds. So now you can do VR without having to wear a bib or poncho. That's what we've got for you this week. Subscribe to the show, please. And if you're really a giving person, rate and review it. And we'll be back next week.